Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another brilliant episode of Rantz with your boy, King Darius. So, listen, just to give you guys fair warning, I know in this video you guys probably not going to agree with what I'm saying. You guys probably think I'm being harsh. But please listen to what I'm saying and don't judge what I'm saying before you listen, okay? I'm just giving you guys fair warning. So look, I've been fairly outspoken as of late about the whole situation with Simone Biles. And the only reason I'm outspoken about it is because, okay, the major thing that people aren't understanding about this situation is the fact that we're giving her a pat on the back for pretty much deciding to quit. And everyone is saying, oh, okay, was dealing with a mental issue or whatever. But if this was the case, did this mental issue just start? Or did this mental issue, or was it already showing signs of being present? If you go back and look, even when she was qualifying for the team, she performed terribly. She had the twisties already. Why is it now that a person beneath her, Suni Lee, happens to be getting scores that are just as good as hers, and she decides to cop out? Oh, all of a sudden, I can't perform. Doesn't that not sound like someone deciding to quit? You know, in my video on Facebook, I talked about the fact that there is no more understanding of what is a man and what is a woman. Now, the lines are so blurred that a man can be a man can be a woman, and a woman can be a man, and a man can want to be a woman but then get turned back into a man, and a woman can want to be a man but then get turned back into a woman. Now, it's like, oh, you can be both, you can be neither, you can be nothing, you can be an alien. You know, it's so confusing. And I touched it in my last video on Facebook. But today, it confused me, because if what people aren't understanding about this whole issue with Simone Biles is the fact that she's black, okay? She's African American just like me. And she doesn't understand that when she gets on that grand stage to perform, she's representing that entire culture. We put so much on the back of other people like, you know, Will Smith and Denzel Washington and, you know, a bunch of other people. Oh, they're representing the black community and stuff like that. But Simone Biles doesn't have to be a person that has to be a good representative of the African American community. I don't understand why she's exceptional to the rule. She's not. And in my honest opinion, I do believe that everyone is just seriously giving her too much of a break. I mean, it makes too much sense that Suni Lee, who went in that same competition and by the numbers wise would have beaten Simone Biles, she gets one of that and cops out and says, oh, well, I'm just not going to perform. She knew that she wasn't doing well. And she would have, honestly, let's be real. There's two things that's happening here. One, Simone Biles is copping out. She chose to quit, and that's not cool. Number two, she decided to cover it up by allowing what other people were saying to be the words that she is saying. Before it came out that she had the twisties, Simone Biles was already... Somebody had already brought it up and started talking about it before it even hit the airways, before she tweeted about it. It's funny to me that another U.S. gymnast from the past talks about it, and then as soon as she says it, here comes Simone Biles with a tweet talking about the twisties. It's like she said, oh, here comes someone who has something to cover up my lack of being able to perform. When do we hold these performers and these athletes to their accountability of just performing badly? So LeBron James did not make it to the NBA Finals. Oh, there was no real big talk about it. He didn't make it to the NBA Finals again. And it's like, oh, Everyone got hush mouth about it. It was quiet. No one said anything. But now the Lakers acquire Russell Westbrook, and everyone's all talking about it. Russell Westbrook, he's on the Lakers. Wow. Wait, I don't understand. Why should I care that he's on the Lakers? Why aren't we talking about the simple fact that LeBron James did not make it to the finals last year? Why aren't we talking about that? Why is it we can't take these all-star celebrities, and that's what I call them. I do not call them just athletes. They're athletic celebrities. That's what I call them. Why can't we hold these athletic celebrities accountable for performing badly? Why is it we have to only be present when they're doing something good? I don't like the fact that people don't hold these athletic celebrities to being terrible. We all have off days, okay? If I'm working a job, right, and I am working a job, but okay, let's say I go to work, right, and on my job, I don't feed one of the animals, and I didn't clean up behind one of them, and one of their pens is a mess, right? And I did that for 2 straight days. I would be fired on the spot. I mean, they would just come to me, Darius, you're fired. You know, I would be gone. But LeBron James performs badly. No. Simone Biles performs badly. No. We're not even going to talk about it. It's nothing. You don't believe that there is some type of cover-up? That when these athletic celebrities become the celebrities they are, that they don't have people who can cover that story up and make it be something else? Every single athlete is represented by a public representative. That person that represents them in the public. They have an agent that makes sure that they're getting paid right. You think Simone Biles doesn't have somebody that doesn't make her character look as well as it's supposed to in the media? If she truly got ostracized for performing badly, there's no way she would recover from it. Honestly, she would never recover from it. I'm going to give you guys an example of what I'm talking about. Robin Williams, right, before he took his life, he started hearing in the media about how he was no longer that funny, how his comedic skills were mediocre, and that he is only funny in children's shows and children's movies, but when it comes to the adult community, he's just not that funny. His stand-up comedy specials are subpar. He started hearing all that stuff, and that got to him. It got to him so much that he did not feel like living anymore, and he took his own life. These celebrities work so hard, or athletic celebrities work so hard to be perfect at their craft, but they don't allow themselves to have off days. And even if they do, why do they not allow themselves to be called out on it? I'm going to tell you guys this. To me, I feel like the best thing that can help you perform better is bad criticism. Someone telling you, you stunk. You were terrible out there. I want to hear that. So then I can use that as motivation to do better next time. When all you hear is, well, it doesn't matter because she's Simone Biles. Why doesn't that matter? No. It matters. It matters. Just same way she's Simone Biles, I'm King Darius. I perform badly. You know, a lot of people don't watch my videos. A lot of people don't listen to what I have to say. Do I care? No. I still go out there and I still give you guys the best word and the best show that you guys have ever seen. I give you guys information that is the best information on the planet. Judge it how you want. If you say it's bad, cool. If you say I suck, cool. I want to hear that. So that way I can know how to not suck. If you want to break this down to a religious standpoint, right? If God really is so omnipotent as he say he is, why did he allow sin to enter into the world? When he put down that tree, and that tree of the knowledge of good and evil, he allowed Adam and Eve to eat from it, even though he could have easily stopped them. He could have just said, don't eat from the tree, and they would have listened. He told Adam to go name the animals, and yet Adam went and did it. They were obedient. Yes, he gave us free will, but they took their free will to obey God and listen to him. Well, they ate from the tree. The Bible says everything works out for the glory of God. So that means even though sin entered into the world, God knew it was going to happen, and he used it to his advantage to make the world a better place. We need to stop cutting these athletic celebrities a break. We need to stop doing that. And we need to start holding them accountable for being who they are. Athletic celebrities that perform badly. And we need to let them know, so that way they can do better next time. I'm not calling Simone Biles a loser. I'm not. I'm just calling her out on the fact that she quit. And then she covered the story up to make it seem like she had some type of mental problem that had nothing to do with it. And this entire competition, why is it this mental problem is now only surfacing? It surfaced soon as someone comes against her that has the ability to beat her. You guys can say what you want, but the facts are there. Sonny Lee was about to beat her. And Sonny Lee had the ability to beat her. On those uneven bars, Sonny Lee was going to beat her. She did phenomenal and won gold because of that. Simone Biles would have lost because she did the uneven. She was going to do the uneven bars, and even in the qualifying, she did the uneven bars, and she did terrible. The only reason she got a high score that she did was just because she was Simone Biles. Just because she was Simone Biles. That is another reason as to why she did not want to perform. Because she knew she was just going to scapegoat by. Think about it. Think about it. Why would a celebrity who can easily win just decide all of a sudden, I'm not going to perform? And the whole entire time they still score higher than half of the members on their team, even though they did terrible. Because the truth of the matter is, they're going to score her high just because she's Simone Biles. Just because she's Simone Biles. If Michael Phelps would have came back today and started swimming, and Caleb Dressel was behind him, Michael Phelps would have lost to Caleb Dressel. He would have lost to Caleb Dressel. And Caleb Dressel would have went ahead, won gold, and everybody would not be talking about Michael Phelps winning silver. They just would have been like it was an outstanding race between Caleb Dressel and Michael Phelps. No, we need to talk about the fact that he inadequately did not win gold. But we don't. What's so wrong with talking about how bad these athletic celebrities perform? There's nothing wrong with it. Simone Biles is an excellent person. Awesome. A wonderful person. Wonderful personality. But she's going out on that grand stage and she's staying there for black women. And as a father with a daughter coming up, I would want my daughter to have somebody to look up to. How's it going to look that the person who she idolizes is a quitter? I would have still decided to do all those competitions. I'm going to be honest with you. This is my philosophy on this. As an athlete, I would rather lose than quit and not perform. I would rather lose than to quit and not perform. I would rather have a big, bad score and lose against someone than to not perform and not go out there and give it at least my effort. To cop out and say the only reason I didn't perform because of the twisties, that is pathetic. It's pathetic. I know you guys are going to disagree with me. You guys think I'm ragging on her, but I'm not. Really look at the facts. Sunny Lee was about to beat her. There were 2 to 3 categories Sunny Lee could have beat her in. Simone Biles, being as this might have been her last Olympics, would have went out a loser. Instead, she chose to go out being able to say, oh, the only reason I couldn't perform was because I had a mental disorder going on called the twisties, where I get lost in the air when I'm doing certain things. Well, I guess Sunny Lee had the twisties because she got lost in the air doing certain maneuvers too. Hey, years ago, Gabby Douglas, she got lost in the air doing some of her landings. And I guess she had the twisties too, huh? Allie Raisman, when she was performing, when they were in Rio, she got lost in doing some of her moves. Even doing her floor exercise, she got lost doing some of her moves. I guess she had the twisties too, right? No. Honestly, sometimes when you're an athletic celebrity, you look for the easiest scapegoat you could possibly use to cover up your image, because nothing in the world is worse than a bad image. I know you guys are going to disagree, but come on, give me a break. Thanks for being on my show. Deuces.